Commander Rel Vasca slammed his fist on the command console. Helm, reroute the Sol system. Maximum burn. Our human channels dead priority 1. The bridge crew snapped to action. Vasca's Clithari cruiser, Vigilant Spear, shuddered as engines flared. Stars streaked past the viewport. Coalition procedure demanded verification. No response from Earth in 12 cycles. No distress beacons. Nothing. Captain, Lieutenant Cree bust from comms. Galactic Net Conference. Human trade lanes silent. Merchant fleets adrift. Vasca gripped his chair arms. Humans always answered. Always. Equip the fleet-wide channel. All squadrons form up on Spear. We're going in. Hours blurred into hyperspace jumps. Sol's yellow star swelled on screens. Vasca leaned forward. Mars orbit first. No signals. Then Luna, empty docks. Drop props over Earth prime sites. Vasca ordered. New York, Beijing, Lagos, Mumbai. Full spectrum scans. Probes streaked atmosphereward. Data flooded back. Thermal ghosts flickered in ruined streets. Automated beacons pulsed. Cargo drones operational. Await pickup. No life signs. No power grids. Vasca's scales itched. Magnify city centers. All imaginings bloomed. Skyscrapers stood intact. Vehicles parked in neat rows. But streets empty. No heat plumes from factories. No comm chatter. Life super systems nominal. Ensign Tierra reported. But zero organics. They vanished. Vasca's mandibles clicked. Impossibly. 6 billion souls. Gone in an instant. Coalition models predicted human expansion in decades. Not this. Sensors pinged. A ragged scout ship dropped from stealth near Luna. Radar markings, cars, owls, seagull. Vasca's eyes narrowed. Opportunists? Tractorite, he barked. Boarding teams secured the breach. No firing unless provoked. Marines in powered armor jetted across the void. Grapples locked. Padlock cycled. Vasca watched the feed. Raiders snarled, weapons dropping under stun fields. The scout captain, a scarred Groon, spat on the deck when dragged before Vasca's hololink. Humans collapsed. Finally, cast all claims Earth. Easy pickings. Vasca's voice still level. Collapsed. Probes show infrastructure intact. Explain. Groon laughed, tusks gleaming. Watch it happen. Lights out, poof, gone. No fight left. Ul's fleet en route. First strike wins the cradle worlds. Vasca caught the link. His claws drummed the console. Kars Ul, Raider King. Always probing weaknesses. Humans deterred him for cycles with mere threats. Now this. Captain, Cree interrupted. Incoming chatter. Half the Outer Rim Coalition ignores our query pings. Raider Alliance forming. Vasca stood. Transmit galaxy-wide caution. Sol system status unknown. Hostile action prohibited. Coalition fleets stand down and report. The message blasted across nets. Vasca pace. Responses trickled. Inner core pledged support. But fringe worlds? Silence. Rider boasts echoed. Earth's hours. Probes updated. Subtle anomalies appeared. Underground bunkers hummed. Automated. Orbital shipyards churned parts without crews. Vasca zoomed on one skeletal frames assembling fighters. Human designs. On crowd. They're prepared, Tira whispered. Like they knew. Vasca waved her quiet. His mind raced through protocols. Evacuate. No bodies to evac. Secure? Against what? Persus Armada mustered a Proxima relay. Scans confirmed 200 riders. Missiles hot. Prep deflector screens, Vasca said. Isles, lead ship. The Raider warlord's face filled the hollow. Hulking, eyed with greed. Vasca coalition lapdog. Earth empty. Stand aside. A known phenomenon, Vasca replied. Procedure demands quarantine. Ulbelouet. Procedure? Humans weak. We take now, divide spoils later. His fleet surged forward. Drones swarmed from Raider bays. Vasca's Marines reported from the scout. Data cores loaded with human schematics. They planned invasion manifest cycles ago. Fire warning shots. Vasca ordered. Lances streaked past Ul's vanguard. Raiders scattered, then reformed. Missiles launched. Hundreds. Vigilant spear backed under impacts. Shields held at 80%. Vasca grip raise. Evasive pattern delta. Target engines only. Half ignored the call, eyeing their own grabs. Vasca's fleet, 30 cruisers, formed wedge. Lasers carved rider hulls. Debris bloomed. But Ul pressed. Borders incoming, Craig yelled. Klaxons wailed. Vasca drew his sidearm. Marines flooded corridors. Groon riders breached a mid-deck lock. Plasma rifles blazing. Vasca's team repelled them. Blood-slicked floors, Raider green, Clithari blue. A fired point-blank, dropping a charging brute. Seal it, hull breach. Contained. Scans showed Ul's main force splitting. Half to Earth, half to outer colonies. Opportunists everywhere. Vasca returned to bridge, uniform torn. Status, shields 40%, Tierra side. Earth orbitals activating. Human defenses, automated turrets tracking riders. Holo screens lit, orbital platforms swiveled, railguns spat slugs, rider scouts vaporized. Ul's fleet recoiled. They're fighting back, Kree said. Without humans, Vasca stared. Beacons shifted. Intruder alert.
Lethal force authorized Adu-chan.
Ul roared over open channel. Trap! Fall back! Too late. Motor platforms online. Factories below spat drones, swarms of needle fighters, AI piloted. They tore into riders like wolves. Vasca's console chimed. Incoming tight beam from Mars relay. Human encryption? No. Ambassador Saebi Tern's voice patched through coalition channels. Commander Vasca, this is Tern. Human liaison. Silence, not weakness. Stand by. Tern. The Xenodiplomat knew humans inside out. Vasca patcher through. Head image appeared. Avian features tense. Aboard a coalition shuttle. Explain, Vasca demanded. Humans vanish, Protocol Omega. They're elsewhere. Defenses hold till return. Ul triggered it. Raiders routed. Ul's flagship limped away, trailing plasma. But probes caught more signatures. Coalition frigates, ignoring orders, slipping into Sol. Vasca's mandibles ground, turn, recall them. No. She shook her head. Too late greed spreads. And humans, they don't forgive triggers. Earth's automated fleets, massed, drones form battle nets. Vasca watched a rogue coalition corvette shredded, human take-out pacing models. And so they screamed, hyperspace ruptures at system edge. Not riders. Coalition battle fleet, 50 strong, weapons live. They came not for aid, for conquest. Vasca keyed, fleet wide. All hands, battle stations. The war starts now, but deep scans pierced the silence. A faint human signal pulsed from Luna Bassi. Mina Okoi's voice, engineer calm. Defenses nominal, hold the line. Admiral Park inbound. Vasca froze. Park, the quiet human admiral. Detail obsessed. If he returned, rather remnants fled. Coalition traders advanced. Earth's ghosts steered. And somewhere, humans prepared to end it. Permanente, Commander Vasca's mad boots climbed onto the scout ship's hull breach. Sparks flew from the plasma torch as his team cut through the raider hull. Alarms wailed inside. Signal forward. 2 armored figures surged past, rifles raised. Secure the bridge, Vasca barked over suit combs. His mandibles clicked in tension. Warlord carts Ul's opportunistic ride on Silent Sol had triggered this mess. Humans vanished. Pfft, gone. Ul saw weakness. Vasca saw protocol breach. The inner hatch buckled. Raiders inside fired wildly. Vasca's squad returned fire, precise bursts dropping 2. Advanced, pistol drawn. The Navcore room lay exposed, its console cracked from hasty escape. Engineer Crackett. Vasca covered the door. His officer jacked in. Data streams flickered on Vasca's HUD. Ride schedules downloading. Commander Ul targeted Luna shipyards first. Timings matched the silence window. Vasca's friels flattened. Ul gambled on empty space. But Sol's defenses hadn't slept. Drones shredded Ul's vanguard. Now remnants fled. Vasca keyed council link. Prep briefing. We move. Hours later, Vasca stood before the holographic council chamber. Avian councilors pre-end. Reptilian ones hissed impatience. Ambassador Saeviten watched from a side feed, her feathers ruffled. Councilors, Vasca began, projecting the Navcore data. Red lines traced Ul's failed paths into Sol. Riders probe weakness. Human absence triggered automated responses. Sol's orbitals hold fear. I demand the quarantine line. Not ships enter until humans return. Consular Greek, a bloated gas sack from Bentari, inflated. Quarantine, the sources drought in silence. Ul's folly proves opportunity. Opportunity for war, Ten interjected. Her voice cut sharp. Humans don't forgive triggers. I've seen their logs. Protocol Omega. Total withdrawal, defenses hot. Vasca nodded. Turn new humans. Watch them build under pressure, not boast. Counselor Lira, insectoid mandibles, clacking, overrode. Silence equals abandonment. Coalition Charter grants salvage rights on derelict claims, dispatch fleets to secure Earth's orbitals, harvest tech, stabilize the crisis. Vasca's claws dug into his podium. This invites retaliation, models predict. Models failed on human unpredictability, Grivk boomed. Now. Boats flashed green. Fleets mobilized. 50 warships, weapons primed, hyperspace toward Sol. Baska's fleet got orders. Escort not in force. He stormed to his bridge. Helm, full burn to Sol outer nodes. Intercept those idiots. Sensors lit as Vaska's cruiser dropped from jump. Sol's outer defense nodes gleamed ahead. Massive human constructs, silent sentinels. No human signatures. Post-automated eyes tracking everything. Statues, Vaska demanded. No disarm, Commander. Point defense is hot. They're painting the incoming salvage fleets. His Yoksto stiffened. Coalition 1FF transponders ignored. Nodes lock in targets. Vaska watch feeds. Rogue frigates coalition hulls greedy captains slipped past pickets. One veered toward a node cluster. Uman drones detach, swarming. The frigate fired first. Hussars slashed. Drones evaded, countered with railgun volleys.
Hull plating shredded.
The frigate exploded in silent fire.
They're calling it salvage, Vaska growled. Sol's machines call it targeting practice.
Terns shuttle pinged in. Commander, patch from Luna. Uman signal. Doctor, Minaokoi's voice crackled through. Engineered calm, like fixing a hull breach mid-battle. Defenses nominal. Militias coordinating. Hold the line. Admiral Park inbound. Vaska's blood chilled. Park, the quiet human. Turnet civilian haulers into ambush killers during the Vale skirmishes. Detail obsessed. If he returned, sensors screamed. More ruptures. Ul's remnants? Coalition battle fleet proper, 50 strong, dropping information. Weapons live. They pushed past Vaska's line, salvage tractors deploying. Flagship to all hands, Vaska keyed fleet-wide. Battle stations. Form intercept wedge. Protect the nodes. His cruisers shuddered as it accelerated. Torpedoes launched from coalition traders streaked toward nodes. Human countermeasures bloomed. Point defense webs intercepting 90%. The rest slammed inert shielding. Vaska's gunnery officer reported. Nodes retaliating. Droners battering on battle fleet. Explosions dotted the void. A coalition destroyer crumpled under kinetic storms. Umantech outpaced. Moto self-repairing hulls. Adaptive targeting. Turn's face appeared on split screen. Vaska, recall them. Humans watch everything. They're not listening. He watched another corvette die. Drones peeling it like fruit. Ul's Scots confirmed it. Dread blinds them. Deep scans pingeth. Luna base pulls stronger. OK, steams activated backups. Asteroid miners reconfigure as missile boats. Civilian grates lit up. Fabers churning drones from scrap. Vaska's fleet engaged. His broadsides wrecked the traitor crusade. It bented atmosphere.
But numbers favored the salvage horde. They closed on Earth's orbitals, tractors latching derelict stations. Hyperspace wake, massive.
From Sol, core. Not riders, not coalition. Human signatures bloomed. Admiral June Park's voice cut channels. Quiet steel. Coalition vessels, this is Admiral Park. You triggered Omega. Stand down or be ended. Park's flotilla materialized, refitted civilian freighters, yacht-sized corvettes, drone swarms from every rock, no fanfare. Justi precisión. Vaska's sensors overloaded. Park's lead ship, a gutted bulk hauler, spat railgun barrages. 3 coalition heavies vaporized. Logistics turned lethal. Park's using infrastructure, Vaska muttered. Aliens built fleets, humans weaponized everything. Turn urged. Align with him, Vaska. He's not firing on us. Vaska keyed open channel. We hold the line against traitors. Permission to coordinate? Pause. Then Park, granted. Target remnants first. They're circling back. Sensors confirmed. Pars Ul's flagship. Limped in from the Oort. Plasma trailing. Opportunistic class out. Ul broadcasted. Sol Ripe. Coalition weaklings scatter. Park's response. Silent fire. Freighters disgorge drone clouds. Ul's ship buckled. Vaska's fleet wove through the chaos. His cruisers shredded 2 readers. OK's militia drones linked battlenets predicting coalition moves. A council heavy turned on Vaska's wingman. Vaska rammed interfeth, boarding tubes firing. His marines cycled airlocks, securing the breach. Captain surrendered, mandibles chittering fear. Human tech unnatural. The traitor gasped. Vaska ignored him. Back on bridge. Park's pushing inner orbitals. Savak fleets breaking. Park's voice again, calm. Commander Vaska, your quarantine saved nodes. Det noted.
All's routed. Council fleets, surrender or join scrap. Half complied. The rest died fast. Human repairs outpaced damage. Okoye's crews welding mid-firefight. Baska watched Sparks Howler duck Luna. Okoye greeted him, toolkit in hand. No cheers. Whose work? Turn patch through. Council recalls all. They see now.
Baska's frills rose.
Humans returned humble capable. Galaxy learned, never triggered the quiet ones. Boot sensors pinged faint. Ul's escape pod hyperspaced out. One survivor. Deeper scans stirred. Sol's core hummed. Something bigger prepared. Permanente. Mina Okoye janked the rusted conduit free. Grease smeared her gloves. The buried combunker's emergency lights flickered green. Power surge in 3. She barked into her wrist comm. Civilians, clear the grid or fry. A militia tech's voice crackled back. Grid hot. Dock. Raiders. Inbound. 5 minutes to Atmo burn. Okaya nodded to herself. She jammed the conduit into the core relay. Sparks beat her bizarre. The planet-wide mesh schematic blinked alive on her tablet, shredded by the vanishing, patch from orbital debris and ground scraps. Goal, stitch Sol's silence into a weapon. No chatter until ready. Earth stayed dark by choice. She twisted the final lock. Damker thrummed. Data streams linked. Abandoned hubs, derelict probes, civilian routers. A patchwork net, spiderweb across the globe. Measured at 47%, the tech reported. Coalition scanners probing Luna. Feed them ghosts. Okoye tapped commands. Old mining drones, spoofed signals, fake civilian pings, empty echoes. Let warlord cuts all think Sol ripe for raid. Alarms wailed. Brighter signatures bloomed on her display. Ul's fleet, jagged claws, plasma drives hot. Opportunists smell weakness in humanity's instant disappearance. Koalis fleets hovered at the heliopause, misreading silence as collapse. OK climbed the ladder to the surface hatch. Dust choked the Arizona badlands.
She popped it open. Wind howled.
Her militia team waited in battered trucks. Engineers, not soldiers. Farmers with welders. Load sats, she ordered. Military relays only, no feed channels. The whole jury read boosters. OK synced her tablet. Civilian satellites, comms, birds, weather eyes, switched protocols mid-orbit. She flooded the outputs with noise. White static, jammed frequencies, sensor dazzlers, raiders dove closer.
Ul's voice boomed across open bands, guttural Kraglish.
Sol undefended. Coalition cowards flee. Harvest time. Okoye's team froze. She waved them on. Ignored the noise. Boasters live. A young engineer Thomas hesitated. Doc that's card Zul, a class 3 systems. And we'll blind him first. Okoye hit execute. Satellites pulseth. Incoming scanners washed in garbage data. Ghost ships, phantom fleets. Bush lead cruiser, Beard, firing blind. Explosions lead the night sky. Missiles beard into void. First strike null. Thomas whooped. They overshot. Not done. Okoye dropped back into the bunker. Goal 2, arm the grids. She routed mesh power to Cold War relics, orbital defenses buried under lunar regolith, ground lasers mothballed decades ago. Conflict hit fast. Power draw spiked. Relays smoked.
Overload on grid 3, a lunar tech yelled over comms.
Manual target, Okoye snapped. Cycle bypasses, linked to militia scopes. She patched in. Her tablet mirrored scopes from pickup trucks across the hemisphere. Binocs lashed to rifles, feeding drone cams. Humans turned eyes into fire control. Raiders looped for second pass. Yule's flagship clawed through the dazzle. Cannons charging. Target Alpha on my mark. Okoye synced the feeds. Crosshaws danced. Manual overrides kicked in. No AI, just steady hands. Mark, lunar grids woke. Beams lanced up, crude but true. Ground lasers from engine ridges and Siberian silos joined. Raiders twisted. One exploded in a plasma bloom. Ul's ship shed armor plates. They missed again, Thomas shouted from topside. Ul roared defiance. Primitives, your silence ends in chains. Okoye ignored him. Mesh hit 82%, enough for the burst. She keyed the deep space array, a scavenged Kuiper probe, aimed at the Ord relay. Admiral June Park's voice cut in. Calm as machine steel. Status Okoye. Grids holding. Ul bloodied. Sending. Trap now. Make it count. She composed the burst. Coordinates, auth codes, one line. Return authorized. Downtown. 72 hours. Uninvited, terminate. No explanations. No place. The galaxy would decode it later. Humans back, pissed, precise. Her finger hovered. Sensores pink. Coalition signatures shifted. Commander Rael Vasca's fleet edged inward, frills twitching on visual feed. Ambassador Sci-Fi Tern's shuttle trailed them, broadcasting parley. Coalition hailing, the text said. Okoye patch turned through. The Xenodiplomat's voice purred, avian accent clipped. Okay, we read your defenses. Impressive improvisation.
Stand down. Karzal triggered this. We contain him.
Contained from where? Okoye welded. A final relay, sparks flew. Your probes poked first. Silence was quarantine. Tern paused. Models predicted collapse. Not this. Models broke. Humans fixed mid-fire. Okoye hit send. The burst rocketed out, tagged with a timer. Trap sprung. Raiders regrouped. Ul's claws rake Luna's edge. Milita's drone swarmed, cobbled from delivery bots, spitting rail slugs. Park orbitals, Okoye asked.
Breiters inbound. Hold nodes.
She watched her display. Vasca's cruiser sliced her raider flank. Disciplined volleys, procedure perfect. But slipped through, flagship limping toward Earth. Thomas yelled from the hatch. Incoming claws. 2 minutes. Okoye grabbed her plasma torch. Surface teams, manual grids. Eyes on. They scrambled. Trucks revet. Binocs locks targets. Grids fired wild but hit home. Ul's vanguard chattered. Deeper alarms. Coalition heavy turned on Vasca's wingmen. Betrayal? Buck's voice. Vasca, quarantine your flank. Okay glimpsed it on split screen. Vasca rammed intercept. Marines boarding. Allen captain surrendered. Chittering. Hermesh predicted next. All thirtling ort. Remnants rallying. Doc, Thomas burst in. Sat relay fried. Patch failing. She dove under consoles. Wires sparked. Fingers bled. Repaired in seconds. Mish stabilized at 91%. Ul broadcasted, reap the cradle. Humans gone. Park cut him. Silent fire. Drones from haulers engulfed the flagship. Okoye exhaled. Grits cooled. Milita cheered quietly. Work done. Park docked Luna. She met him topside. Toolkit slung. No hugs. Handshake. Det noted, Park said. Tern recalls fleets. Sensors pinged it faint. Ul's escape pods hyperspaced out. Okoye checked the burst timer. B70-450, 8 remaining.
Sol's core hummed deeper.
Words woke. Something permanent steered. Vasca Heil. Okoye, your mesh saved us. Un natural resilience. She shrugged. Hust engineering. Turn patched in. SLCs. Never anger the quiet ones. Okay, watch the pods trail. Timer ticked. First message. Trap. Humans returned, not to forgive. Rather debris rained. Milita welded hulls mid-fall. Park nodded approval. Deeper scan stirred. Co-reacts spun up. Shipyards birthed ghosts. Civilian hulls turned fangs. Ul's survivor fled. Galaxy waited the countdown. Earth's silence broke permanently. Commander Rael Vasca gripped his console. Frills quivered. Human patchwork outfought procedure. Park pushing inner orbitals. His sensor chief reported. Vasco nodded. Salvaja breaking. Det humans noted. Park's voice, surrender or scrap. Half complete. Rest died. Okay, wielded mid-fire. Vasca watched. Unbreakable. But the burst echoed. Timer ran. Dr. Prappered. Dr. Mina Okoye sealed the bunker hatch. Dust settled. If tablet showed the mesh. Full weave. Unbreakable. Militia dispersed to next sites. She drove into the night. Radio silent. Timer 17:00. Raiders gone. Coalition humbled. Ul fled. Sol steered. Forges glowed. Fleets assembled from scrap. The galaxy learned late. Humans held back, now unleashed. She smiled faintly. Work continued. Ambassador Sci-Fi Tern's console chirped. A tight beam burst pierced coalition encryption. Origin Sol. She slammed the decode key. Frills flattered as code unspooled. Not distress. Numbers ticked backward. 6947. Patterns matched human militia drills, scaled to planetary mobilization. Forces, shipyards, civilian grids, all sinking, Tern bolted from her quarters. Deck plates thrummed underfoot. Vasca's breach lunged ahead. She burst through the hatch. Commander Vasca, that burst from Okoye. It's no pleas for aid. Vasca turned, frills stiff. His crisis team froze mid-scan. Brighter wrecks dotted their hollow display, Solsor beetles a patchwork of human welds. Ambassador?
Baska said. Your humans just scrapped Isles Vanguard. We're prepping salvage fleets. Secure their assets before more raiders swarm. Then have the console. Timer projected, 69:42. This is countdown. Militia call up every human fabricator, every hauler, every ground car. Arming up, they bought time. Don't waste it on looting. Sensor Chief glanced up. Sir Park's fleet holds inner belts, no gaps. Baska's mandibles clicked. Procidio demands we stabilize. Earth, silent, vulnerable. Not silent.
Turn leaned in.
Strategic key-it. Okoye's Mish held your line. Park's turning scrap to fangs. Escort relief, not salvage. Or Karshul finishes what your procedure started. Baska's frills drooped. Models shattered on his secondary screen. Human logistics outpacing Sims. Relief vectors plotted. But council orders? Turn snatch a compatch. I'll sell it. Your hull, my voice. She pivoted for the hatch. Dock the cruiser's ESS is indomitable. It's soul-bound. Alarms wailed as Tern's shuttle clamped to Indomitable's bay. Marines in coalition grace snap salutes. Captain Lear's waved her through. Ambassador Tern, left side. Salvage, up green. Earth's open. Tern shoved past. Negative. Cease fire broadcast. Now. She hit the bridge, sprint. Crew gaped. A lieutenant blocked comm station, ma'am. Orders from Baska, secure Sol assets. Tern flashed her Senate diplomat seal. Override. Uman, liaison authority, patch galaxy-wide, emergency band, leads crested the bridge. She's cleared, but... Tern slid into the chair. Fingers flew, broadcast armed. She keyed live. Galactic Coalition. Raiders. All vessels. This is Ambassador Sci-Fi Tern. Human liaison. Sol request time. Not rescue. Not salvage. Cease all approaches. Countdown active. 69:30. Non-compliance risks total mobilization. Humans hold back until pushed. Stand down. Static crackle. Feet slit, fleet chatter. Spiked. Baska's voice got in. Tern, you're hijacking my chain. Escorting relief commander. Your procedure meets human reality. She cut the line. Holoscreens bloomed. Radar signature surged. Carts Old's horde. Black-hulled reavers from the fringe. Thousands strong. Tern's frills quivered. Ul's flagship, Bloodfang, led the pack. No Isle, no Tern. Captain Lears turned sad. Track that lead ship. Lears nodded. Sensors locked. Warlord cards Ul. Opportunist. Gambled on Earth's silence. Bloodfang's bridge feed hacked in public raider boast. Kartsul loomed. Tusk scarred. Eyes gleaming. Diplomat squeaks. Humans broke Raider's feast. His horde committed. Pods launched. Orbital. Insertion vectors painted red across Tern's display. Dropships screamed for Atno. Then gripped the console. Warren Baska. Bulls forcing it. Relief convoys beard. Coalition haulers laden with medpacks fab units. Baska's bows boomed. Tern, relief locked. But Ul's raiders breach in 12. She watched the holomap. When signature steered. Ghost hulls rose from soul yards. Civilian ore haulers plated in militia welds railguns hot. Park's quiet voice patched through. Militia grids live. Ul's pods targeted. Rider dropships dotted the sky. First volleys traded. Uman Point defense chewed hulls mid-descent. Debris rained like meteors. Darren's secondary feet.
Okoye's militia trucks raced at crater-side welders sparked.
Ground crews dragged raider pods. Flipped them into barricades. They're improvising. Lears mutters. Frills wide. Civilian gear holding orbitals. Ul's Bloodfang dove closer. Macros lanced out. Uman ghosts. Danced evasive patterns no seem predicted. Wanore Howler rammed a rider frigate. Both bloom fire. Human crew ejected. Thrusters firing true. Turnkeyed part direct. Admiral countdown? Park's face filled the screen. Calm specs perched. 60 each. 50. Forges at peak. Ul commit suicide. Bloodfang chuddered. Uman rail from a fresh yard berth struck home. Ul roared on open comm. Swarm them. Ground take. Raiders port. But Sol's surface lit. Ivy and grits. Pulse it. Power relays flipped to weapons. Ground cars mounted guns. Okoye's teams welded mid-firefight raider wrecks became bunkers. Tern leaned forward. Ul's lead pods vaporized. Militia fire portable precises teach. The Sky Vasca's fleet crested the horizon. Tern were in. Ul's breaking. She saw it. Rider cohesion crack. Garch, Ul's voice cracked too. Pull back.
Tra! Park's ghosts closed the news. Human determination turned orbitals to kills, then exiled. Timer. Timer-1520. Galaxy watched. Humans didn't rage. They worked. But all survivors fled inward. One pot pierced Atmo. Brown strike. Sensors ping.
Okoyo's beacon flared. Militia vectoring.
Turn stewed. Captain. Set course. We escort to the end. Indomitable burned engines. Relief dropped payloads. War turned lesson. Urspot slammed dirt. Milita trucks encircled. Okay stepped out, welder in hand. No words, just action. Raiders. Charged. She sparked the trap. Wreck hull minefield. Blast wave road. Bull's last gamble ash. Turns shuttle touched down amid cheers. Human. Coalition. Vasca Klasperfrill. You read them right. Time granted. Park nodded from afar. Work done. Timer ticked. 68:30. Soul hum deeper. Thing bast assembled. Terran glanced skyward. Stars waited. Humans unleashed, no holding back. Dr. Mina Okoye wiped sweat. Pot crater smoked. Militia dragged salvage. Air tablet buzzed. Turns hail. Doctor.
Relief inbound. All's done.
Okay nodded. Timer holds. Forges ready. She keyed. Next sight. Trucks rolled. Vasca's boys join. Det noted. What comes at zero? She smiled faint. Preparation. Galaxy fleets held orbit. Awi rippled comms. Human normal extraordinarie. But Coruscants steered. Ghost fleets massed. Permanente. Commander Rel Vasca stare hollows. Human jar goes outnumbered seems. Procedis adapt, murmur. Sensor chief, Park hails. Surrender terms. Vasca signaled, accepted. Humility 1. Timer. 68:20. Silence broke. Galaxy learned. Warlord Cars Ul's bridge spun. Survivor shuttle fled. Never poke. The quiet. Deeper, Jung chased. And neared. Ambassador Saivi turned, watched countdown. Humans asked time. Galaxy gave it, barely. Now, they showed why never angered them. Hook pulsed. What birthed at zero. Word cards. Ul slammed his fist on the command pulpit. Pods away. Burned the silence from Saul. Assault pods streaked from his Raider Armada, 500 strong. They punch Earth's upper atmosphere like spears. Ul's bridge crew roared. Scans showed no fleets, no orbitals, whose ruins below, empty cities, cold forges. Easy pickings, alarms shrieked. Point defense fire erupted from nowhere. Hidden turrets dotted the mesosphere, lashed by civilian sats and asteroid pickets. Bots vaporized in chains of fireballs, half gone in seconds. Wreckage rained as molten slag. Ul's frills quivered. What sorcery? Full thrust. Ram their guns. Survivors scattered. Ul cursed. His gamble cracked. Admiral June Park tapped his console in the shadowed dock of Sarah Station. Flotilla, green light. Spin up. Civilian freighters shuddered alive across Sol's belt. Bowlers from Jupiter yards, aura carriers from Luna docks dispersed dormant. Park's militia crews swarmed them. Welders forced missile pods to hulls. Drone bays yawn open in cargo holds. Freighters ballooned into carriers overnight. Park's voice stayed level. No heroics. Form up on Grid Alpha. Carriers hold at 5 light minutes. Sensors pinged. Ul's readers dove blind. Park nodded to his exarchs. First freighter-launched drones swarmed. Rider corvettes twisted, too late. Mines bloomed from scrap hulls. Pre-planted traps disguised as debris. Commander Rel Vasca gripped his frill on the Coalition crisis bridge. Holos flickered, rider pods dying. Human ghosts rising. Status, Sensor Chief spun. Human flotilla materialices. Converte CBs outnumber all 3-1. No central fleet, just everywhere. Vasca's mandibles clicked. Prociders demanded intervention.
But humans requested time. Hold orbit.
Monitor only. Ambassador Saibi turned leaned in. Hair scales calm. Watch Park. A build straps from nothing. Raiders funneled into kill lanes. Human decoys, hollow flyers, and drone swarms herded them. No chase doctrine worked. Ul's ships burned fuel-dodging phantoms caged in predictable vectors. Vasca exile. They weaponized patience. Dr. Mina Okoye dug shrapnel in the pod crater. Militia teams dragged Raider salvage fusion cells, armor plates, air tablet glowed. Forges at 92% capacity. Okay, report. Park's hail cut through static. Crater secure. Repurposing pods into drones. Logistics trucks inbound. Outer nodes sink in 10. She wiped grime, keyed drones to life.
Trucks rumble past, loaded with railgun slugs from backyard favs. Human normal, improvise, endure. Overhead, all survivors clawed for escape. Minefields snapped shut. Echoes lured them deeper. Okoi smiled. Emer prep complete. Warlord cars Ul's breach bucked. Evasive, mines ahead, too late. Wreck Hall minefields detonated. Human salvage wired hot. Blast waves rolled through his formation. Corvettes crumpled. His flagship shuddered. Hull breaches, venting crew. Flagship integrity 20%, Helm screamed. Ul snarled. Break for Earth orbit. Ground troops take the core. Sensors lead. Human carriers loomed. Freighters spitting fighters. No chase Park's flotilla picketed exits, bled them dry. Ul punched bulkhead. Pull back.
Regroup at Kuiper. Shuttle bays jammed. Half his armada ash.
Admiru Jun Park ideolo. Raid the lanes locked. No pursuit. Let them run the maze. His flotilla held formation news adoptive. Converted carriers launched waves, drones, missiles, railgun volleys from civvy mods. Shock frowned. Ul's breaking. We end him now. Park shook head. Cage first. Outer nodes next. Timer synced. 68900. Sol's perimeter hummed. Ghost stations. Ord cloud relays. Kuiper forts. Standby flipped live. Park triggered countdown. Nodesto coordinated firenet. Kill on my mark. Outer soul ignited. Nodes million strong. Solar sails as meters. Ice balls as bombs. Linked. Killnet snapped active. Raider stragglers crossed the line. Lasers lance from darkness. Mines swarmed from comets. Park's voice cut comms. Fire.
Raiders died in silence. Ul's flagship spun, survivor shuttles fleeing.
Commander Rel Vasca's bridge hashed. Holos showed the net. Sol's shell weaponized. Uman Ingenui turned system into fortress. Park hails, comms said. Vasca accepted. Park's face filled screen. Calm. Sweat streaked. Commander, raiders contained. Surrender terms for all. Vasca signaled assent. Granted. Coalition weaknesses. Tern touched his arm. You read them right. Time bought this. Park nodded once. Line cut. Timer 68:30. Deeper built. Gauss fleets massed beyond Pluto assembling. Vasca stared. Minnow Koiji sealed the last crater. Milita cheered as Tern shuttle touched down. Coalition relief ships trailed. Tern clasped Okoi's hand. Ul's done. Det noted. Okoi nodded, tablet buzzing. Foch rode full. Timer halls. Prep for return. Vasca joined, frill raised. What comes at 0? She smiled faint.
Preparat. Trucks rolled to yards.
Scans steered. Core world's ghosts converged. Warlord cars Ul's shuttle lurched Kuiperward. Bridge crew dead. Never poked the quiet, he muttered. Gillnet chased. Pods winked out. His last gembalash, deeper Ham pursued. Endernal. Ambassador Saibi turn was countdown from Vasca's bridge. 60-80-20. Humans asked time. Galaxy granted, barely. Park's flotilla reform. Okoyes militias stood ready. Sol pulse. 10 glanced skyward. Stars held breath. Timer ticked. Thero neared. What birtheth? Humans unleashed. No holding back. Ghost fleets locked formation. Jump drives charged. Galaxy fleet scattered. Too slow. Admiral Park's final order echoed. For the quiet ones. Advance. Sosnet puffed. Armada searched. Civilian bones. Militia steel. Permanent.
Eider's echoes faded.
Coalition high surrender. Vasca bowed. Lesson learned. Ten smiled. Pathians weaponized. Humanity returned. But core stirred deeper. Something vast assembled. Not war. Reclamation. Timer heat 0. Lights bloomed across stars. Humans claimed back everything. Commander Rel Vasca's sensors. Overloaded. Manyard ghosts poured from slipstreams outnumbered coalition sims tenfold. Proceeders adapt, he murmured. Park's voice returned. Join or clear lanes. We rebuild. Vasca signal fleet, stand down. Humility won. Galaxy comms rippled awe. Human normal extraordinary. Dr. Okoi quiet final forge. All sides hot. Tern watched. Never anger them. Stars realigned. Silence broke forever. Commander Rel Vasca's cruiser lunged through the Kuiper swarm, lasers carving rider debris ahead. Kars Ult's flagship twisted evasion patterns, its engines flaring red. Vasca gripped the command rail. Low quantum tracker. All batteries track but hold. Sensors ping. Human ghost ships flickered in from sleep streams, civilian haulers retrofitted with militia railguns. They didn't charge, they heard it. One ghost ship spat boarding drones at a raider frigate. Drones borrowed hulls like termites. Radit crew ejected in panic pods, adapting already. Baska recorded into his log. Human tactics shifted mid-engagement. No fixed formations. They read raider panic, then exploit it. Kartsul's ship shed decoys, Baska's fleet closed the net. A human corvette, Okoye's militia mark slingshotted an asteroid into the raider's path. Cars bank hard. Too hard. Hull breached. Baska's comms officer flinched. Rider signaling surrender, sir. But Cards pushes for soul jump. Block it. Baska watched humans read the skirmish. The drones recalled intact. Rider frigate now trailing them like a prize. Improvised grapples from mining tethers held it steady. No waste. Proceeders demanded salvage protocols. Humans just did it. Karzel's voice crackled over open channel. Collagen lapdog. Earth sleeps. I claim the cradle. Baska muted him. His fleet formed a pincer. Human ghosts paralleled. Silent partners. Kart's flagship shuddered under combined fire collision precision plus human improvised EMP bursts from cargo pods. Baska hailed. So Red Warlord, your raid ends. Static. Thinkharts laughed. You blink. Humans vanished. I take what's weak. Amaral Park calm. We're back, cars. Lanes clear or we clear them. Baska's scopes lit. So's outer yards bloomed with activity. Ghost fleets assembled from nothing. Karts' shuttle detached, racing inward. Baska pursued. Owl ships, Vector Delta, contained the shuttle. They cornered it near a dwarf planet. Human boarders swarmed first. Milita in breaching suits, gear cobbled from factory arms. They punched through the shuttle's airlock with thermal lances. No explosions, clean entry. Baska thumped feeds. Figures in patched backsuits dragged cars out zip ties from cargo straps securing him. Intact capture, Baska noted. Humans turned chaos into assets.
His own Marines would have slagged it. Park's image appeared on Vaska's holoscreen.
White ice, uniform crisp, despite the fray. Commander, good hunt. Down a corridor. Baska nodded. Earth loomed, silent, no more. Coalition scouts reported inbound raider swarms. Kars's reserves, mistaking the quiet for death. They massed for invasion. Baska's fleet held position. Status, riders vectoring Sol. 2 hours out, his TAC officer said. Hold fire near Earth. Baska kit, fleet-wide. Form defensive corridor. Park's design. We shield their rebuild. Crew exchange glances. Proceeders screened. Engage. Baska saw it. Human unpredictability broke models. They adapted faster. Obey or break. Coalition ships wheeled into lanes. A vast funnel from Kuiper to Sol. Humans flowed through center, unmolested. Ghost ships ferried forges. Militia tenders. Okejoy's voice patched through. Sights sinking. Baska's bridge hummed tension. Rider signatures swirled on scopes. Incoming confirmed. Full swarm. Steady. Baska opened council link. Hologrid filled with terrified faces. Core world councilors. Feathers ruffled. Scales twitching. Ambassador Tern's calm gaze anchored them. Councilors, Baska said. Park's corridor plan. Raiders hit our flanks. We hold. Humans rebuild core. Asquith-like delegate jetted ink. Madness. Engage fully. Earth weak. Watch. Baska patch thieves. Human jar ghosts docked at Lagrangian points. Guns unfolded from civilian hulls. Forges ignited, spitting fighter frames. Okoy's teams swarmed wreckage, reforging rider hulks into defenses. Consular Bex snarled. They vanished? Now play catch-up. Park's voice relayed live. We didn't vanish. Prepared. Join the corridor or clear lanes. Turn leaned in. Choose now. Raiders breach in 90 minutes. Panic rippled. Beck's fins quivered. Processors, break them. Baska snapped. Transmit outcodes. Commit fleets. One by one, councilors keyed yes. Fleets surged to flanks. Baska's cruiser anchored the van. Raiders hit like a storm. Brutal, opportunistic. Cars keen, howling for easy meat. Lasers crisscrossed. Baska dodged a salvo. Counterfire. His gunners shredded a raider prowler. Humans flanked from the core improvised mine layers, seeding the swarm's path. Raiders detonated in chains. Baska scopes tracked a raider cruiser barreling through gaps. Target that heavy. Before fire locked, humans struck. Militia shuttles, Okoy's mark, latched with breaching gear. Grapplers from asteroid rigs bit hull, charges blue seams.
Figures poured in, backsuits sealed, weapons hot but precise. Baska witnessed it raw, fix from a coalition drone. Humans moved like ghosts in enemy vents. No wild sprays. They flanked Raider crews, downed them with stuns and ties. Breach secured in minutes. Raider cruiser powered down, light screen for human control. Intact again. Baska breathed. His marines marveled. How no specs match.
Park's response. Practice. Your fire cleared their screens.
Raiders faltered. Coalition precision carved lanes. Human adaptations sealed kills. Swarms broke. Remnants fleeing. Baska tayit. Minimal losses. Humans claim 3 cruisers whole. Council link past awe. Tern smiled. See, partnership. Baska relayed Parks next. Corridor expands. Reclaim yards. Raiders, scatter. A councilor bowed. We stand with you. But scopes being deeper. Choristeer, not raiders. Bas signatures assembling beyond Soul's vial. Baska frowned. Park, anomaly inbound. Not yours?
Park's eyes narrowed.
Ours now, watch the show. Human ghost fleets search from yards. Fresh hulls, militia steel gleaming. They parted the corridor, racing outward. Baska's sensors strained. The anomaly resolved. Coality deep space probes, long lost, reforming under human tugs. Reclamation. Raider echoes faded. Baska bowed to the Olo. Lesson etched. Tern's voice. They rewrite everything. Deeper built. Staffs shifted. What next? Humans advanced. Galaxy held breath. The corridor pulsed permanente shield. Raiders gamble ash. Budgar worlds whispered, what if they turn it inward? Baska gripped rail. Sensores bloomed. Human armada locked formation. Jump drives whined. Not retreat. Conquest of silence. His fleet fell in. Procedures evolved. Or died. Parks find Ohio. For the quiet ones. Advanced together. Soulsnet parted wide. Armed dundered civilian bones, militia steel, coalition might. Raiders scattered too slow. Baska watched, humans lead. Battlefield rewritten. War ended. Reclamation downed. But the vast assembly stirred deeper. Not enemy. Invitation or trap. Timer unseen ticked. Jiro loomed. Admiral Pax, dreadnought knifed through the radar swarm. Karsul's flagship backed under point defense fire. Baska gripped his command rail. Breach screen split. Human Armada closing the news at Salt's Kuiper edge. Raider King. Park's voice crackled over open channel. Olo bloomed. Kart's Ul's scarred face. Tusk's Barrett, eyes wild. Surrender. Terms strict. Full disarmament. Your clan's exiled to Ream worlds. No appeals. Karch Ul laughed. Gravel over static. Oman ghost. Earth slept. We claimed salvage. You wake to scraps. His fleet pivoted. Launch base yawned. Missiles streaked toward inner Soul Earth. Blue marble in crosshairs. Baska scopes lit red. Park is striking bound. Planetary kill. Park's tone stayed flat. Acknowledged Commander Baska. Watch. Human fingers danced over his console. No gel. No drama. Huskot Panstin. Soul skillnetic invisible webs. Jury rigged from civilian sats. Asteroid forges militia drones. Snapped tout. Radar missiles. Vaporized mid-void. Warheads bloomed silent fireballs. Chains of annihilation ripping through Kars's attack wave. Halfie's fleet chain reacted. Hulks spun lifeless. Kart's Ul's eyes widened. What sorcery? Engineering, Park cut in. Your salvage rights end here. His dreadnought loomed over the Raider bridge. Grapples extended. Boarding parties lounge. Resix and we glass your throne world. Vaska's crew gasped. A lieutenant whispered, they turned junk into death. Procedure ignored. Quiet, Baska snapped. A keyed coalition relay. Human humility masked this? No. Precision. They built while silent. Now they dismantled. Kar's old shoulders slumped. Transmission flickered. Accepted. Grapples locked. Rider King dragged to brig. Baska exile. Screens cleared. Armada reforme. Sol secure. But core channels buzzed. Ambassador Tern's face filled auxiliary feed. Coalition Council chamber. Elders arrayed in holographic circle. Sing it, Tern said. Her voice steel-wrapped silk. Uman Lien, but alien-born. She paced the chamber hollow, eyes locking. Each counselor. Sol accord. No salvage rights. Ever. Humanity's silence wasn't invitation. It was maintenance. A counselor tentacly twitched it. But tradition ended. Terran slammed datapad down. Parks after action log scrolled. Ghost fleets from scrap. Killnet from HAP modules. We triggered war over scraps. Humans fixed it with tools we called debris. Scene or Park's armada doesn't stop at raiders. Vasca patching. Ambassador. Fleet confirms. Caps broken. Sol holds. Dan nodded, never breaking eye contact with Council. See, partnership demands respect. Ink it. Elder claws scratched crystal. Seals stamped. Accord live. Galaxy-wide broadcast. Salvage doctrine void. Sol sovereign. Raiders neutered. Vasca's bridge hummed approval. His navigator both. They force peace without conquest. Terran's smile flashed. Humans lead by example. We follow. Screens shifted. Park's voice returned, calm as ever. Corridor stable. Reclamation fleets deploy. Commander Vasca, your battle group integrates. Affirmative, Admiral. Vasca straightened. We evolve procedures. Armada jumped, stars blurred. Other remnants fled. Vasca sat at his ready station. Recorder active. Final after-action report. Breach quiet. Kree dispersed to watch rotations. Log. Kree's Sol. Date, Poseidon Cycle 47. It paused. Scopes replayed Killnet Bloom. Calatin misread Umen quiet as weakness. Raiders exploited. War ignited. Olo appended. Carts all surrender. Shuttles hauling clan lords. Park's dreadnought. Civilian wells gleaming under battle scars. Woman response. Unpredictable. Ghost fleets from orbital yards. Militia still on fresh hulls. Killnet from infrastructure sats. Forges, habitats. Detonate on command. Rider strike erased. No collateral. There's a cord feed inserted. Seals glowed. Listen, humans hold back. Silence strategic, not absence. Vasca leaned in. They engineer under pressure. Logistics as weapon. Resilience defines them. Coalition adapts or perishes. A-labeled file. Galaxy warning. Human return protocol. Transmit. Cory World's Pinkett receipt. Vasca rose. Bridge door hissed. Lieutenant saluted. Seer, deep scans clear. Armada advances rearward. Good. Vasca glanced at Sol's fading glow. Blue ward turned. Ned's hum and standby. Earth spoke again. Council signed before Park's next order turned. Fleets permanent. But whispers persisted. What if silence returns? Vasca check scopes. Human probes dot lost coalition relics onward. Reclamation endless. Armada thrummed. Jump drives charged. Not conquest. Integración. Vasca took helm. Fallen, humans lead. Stars answered. Deeper void stirred. Echoes or new silence. Park's breach bathed in red alert glow. Minao Koi patched through engineering bay. Admiral, Killnet recharge at 87%. Milita Cruz welding reinforcements. Steady work, Doctor. Park-eyed tactical. Rider stragglers plotted suicide runs. Vector those to holding pens.
Okoi nodded.
At hands blurred over console, civilian tools turning slag to armor. Logistics normal. Yard-speeding corvettes. Vasca's coalition wing flanked them. Discipline bullies shredded raider pickets. Aliens adapted fast. Park hailed. Commander, your gunners sync perfect. Rider king in custody. Interrogation yields clan codes. Vasca solo boats light. Your net decided it, Admiral. We provide fire support. Amble deflection. Park noted it. Humans built alone. One with allies. Missile swarm incoming Karsus last spite. Okay's voice cut sharp. Countermeasures hot. Killnet pulsed secondary. Raiders dusted. Park leaned back. Corridor expands. Reclaim all. Turn strode council in chamber. Data pads cloached. Elders murmured. Ambassador, one hissed. Accord beans us. Humans dictate, she spun. You dictate nothing. Watch. Olo replayed. Park's detonation. Nets erasing fleets. Counselor paid. Impossible repairs. Normal for them. Turn thrust pad. Sign. Or Armada turns questions to actions. Seals feel accord etched eternal. Etern exile. Partnership sealed. Humans humble, galaxy wiser. Hearts chained in human. Park entered alone. King, Parkside, your gamble cost clans. Carspat silence was weakness. Park activity'd Olo. Killnet replay loophead. Silence was prep, rider eyes dropped. Excite accepted. Park nodded. Live. Learn. Vasca's recorder beeped final. Fleet jumped rimward. Human Armada Core, Coalition Shield, Rider Ash. Sol Secur, Silence Meet. But Park's last Haley code.
For the quiet ones. What quieted them before?
Sensors pinged, anomaly, not threat.
Umantug, lost probe home. Galaxy have breath. Advance continued. Hook locked. Next word, weapon or welcome. Baskagri prail. They would see. Together. Word count. Cortisan wait. No. Poor prose only. Ignore.